La, 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 la. Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody's having a lovely night. I'm gonna have to do lime green. I'm realizing I'm gonna have to do lime green. Although there is a part of me that wants to do black for the roof. Is black for the roof work? Not really with that livery. But who says who says I have to keep that livery? Not I. Hmm. Bruh, this is tough. I really like this car, but I don't know what color to make this car then. Tan's kind of cool. Maybe we do tan. Nobody has a tan car. That's pretty sick. We got to do something different because it's like on a floor with a whole bunch of other cars that are a whole bunch of other beautiful colors. So I don't really want to change it too much, but like I need to change it enough that like it's its own thing, you know? I can't go silver. I can't go silver and red because that's Banshee's already got that locked down. Can't go blue. Can't go white or red really. I was trying to go green, but then the livery didn't match. I guess I go poop brown. It's tough because I want to have a whole rainbow of cars. I don't want all my cars to be the same color, right? So like I try to have like a good variety of colors. Shut up, Franklin. All right, guys. So the plan today is I think we're gonna take this car out. This will be our car for today. The plan for today is we might just rip a couple of cars from the salvage. The list turned over obviously Thursday, but I already had one already most of the way set up. So I think what we'll do, I forgot how much this car held the road. I don't even have to do that, do I? I don't even have to do that, I realized. Okay. The plan is we're going to go do a couple of car heists from the salvage. You know, nice little evening. One of them's like a Lamborghini thing. Going to give about 400,000 for that. I'm most of the way set up on it. I just got to go do the a couple of setups, and we can run it. Bear just graduated high school today. I don't think I believe him. I think Bear's a liar. I get the sense that Bear's a liar. But if you're not lying, congratulations, dude. You're farther along in school than I ever was. I don't know why, but I've gotten this sense about Bear that he might be a liar. But on the off chance that you're not lying, congratulations, bro. That's quite an accomplishment. All right. Just, just either ate my pet goldfish was in covered were all my old. This is great. I enjoyed your stream. Well, all those names you just referenced definitely check out from back in the day. I remember some of those names, but you'll have to keep in mind though it is the internet, so you could have just went back to an old recording, wrote down a couple of names, and been like, ah, this will fuck them up. You know what I mean? So that doesn't really get you. I mean, you know, writing, knowing a couple of names from the chat on a 7-year-old video you could have watched 10 minutes ago, you could have got every bit of that information, fair or unfair. And again, that's just I have a sixth sense about these things. This car is way too fast for what I'm trying to accomplish right now. I don't need this rain right now in my life. I really don't. Ah, God damn it. All right, now we got to switch off thing on the ladder with the hey, how you doing? Bear, you caught me on a weird day. I'll be completely honest with you. Chalk it up to Thundernix in a weird mood today. I didn't have a good morning nap today. It's the weekend, but it doesn't feel like the weekend because I'm tired. I'm exhausted from a heavy week at work. Chalk it up to Thundernix in a bad mood, I guess. I'm sure you're not lying. What the fuck? Okay. I'm sure you did graduate high school. Congratulations on graduating high school. I just, I don't know. I'm in a fucking mood today. Just in a mood. I'm allowed to be in a mood. All right, I appreciate that. I I'd be lying if I said I didn't like almost start my stream like 5 different times over the course of the day today. I was just like, I don't feel like playing that. I don't know. I don't feel like. I just was like, I was just. I don't know. I had a fucking week. I had a motherfucker of a week at work without going into any detail because I don't talk work on my streams. But like, I'm exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. A little bit mentally worn as well. Just fucking over it. All these video games are boring. Like, I don't know. I have a whole bunch of games on my dash right now that are boring. I'm just not that into them. I mean, I have fun with GTA, but like just grinding away, it's like the same shit every day. I don't know, on this GTA. I'm just doing the same things over and over again. I'd be lying if I said I'm excited to do these mini missions and steal this car right now. Like it's the same shit. I've done this already like a dozen times. Half a dozen times I've stolen this car. It's we go with this. We go into the submarine. Remember, we kill all the guys in the submarine, and then we drive the submarine into the beach, and then we drive the car out of the submarine, and then like I've done this before. It's very blah. It's whatever though. It's fun. Like on a good day when I'm in the mood, like it's a fun way to spend an afternoon. I got a 2K build I'm excited about, but I can't really start the 2K build yet. I gotta kind of wait a little while before I can start into this next 2K build I'm working on, which I'm actually excited to play. That's pretty good. House Flippers kind of hit a wall. Um, Fucking Oregon Trail's cool, but nobody wants to watch that. I like that game, but nobody gives a shit to watch that, and I get why. Nobody gives a shit to watch that. It's a fucking 16-bit bullshit game, dude. It's only really fun for the person playing it. It's not that fun for people to watch. So I get it. I'm not begrudging anybody that. I'm trying to think what else I have on my desk. Sea of Thieves requires homies. And nobody wants to play Sea of Thieves other than JP, but he's moving right now, so he doesn't really want to fucking. He's in the middle of, like, moving his whole family around. He can't be bothered. I get it. Totally understand. Trying to think what else I have on my dash. Is that basically everything on my dash? I think it is. Hunter, Call of the Wild. I don't really give a fuck to play Hunter, Call of the Wild right now. That's a Sunday game, and even on Sundays, like, I don't know. It's jumped the shark a little bit because it's kind of too easy, low key. I don't say that like in an arrogant way. It's just like it's not super fun anymore because I'm not really unlocking anything new. Like I've already kind of capped on that game. Like I've gotten all my unlockables, so now it's just like now we're just spinning our wheels, killing random animals. I don't know. I'm ready for my new adventure. My new adventure is going to be, upgrading my computer a little bit because it's a little bit. I have to get a few things for my computer. I need to upgrade my RAM and I need more RAM and I need like maybe a better processor, like room to grow. My new PC's got room to grow, and then I want to fucking download FiveM and start like playing on like RP fucking GTA servers and shit. I'm really interested in that. I think that's gonna be a cool new adventure for me. I'm just fucking eager to get that started, but it costs money, so I gotta get my money right for that. I don't know. These fucking video games aren't hitting the same these days. I'm not. I refuse to believe I'm growing out of them. That's not happening because like, I am an old head, but like I truly do love video games. It's like my favorite part of my day usually. But there's just nothing that's hitting that hard right now. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm in a mood. I'm tired. I'm physically tired. I'm not that stimulated in my brain by the video games today. It's just not. It's not. It's just hitting different today. I can't explain it. I don't know. GTA is always good. I love this game. I could play this game for fucking 10 hours a day. I really could. But sometimes I feel like it's blah content. It's like it's the same thing. I don't know. I've been doing this. I done been doing this, dude. Did I just go right by my fucking spot? I did, didn't I gotta go to the salvage yard. Where am I going? It's pretty much the only game I can consistently play. This and 2K. But I have to admit, the most fun I have playing 2K is when I have like a podcast on or something in the background and I'm grinding away on some 2K. That's my favorite. But that's like, some inside baseball type shit. I really wish I liked Sea of Thieves more. But playing solo on Sea of Thieves is fucking rough, dude. I wish I was more of a fucking social butterfly. I like randomly jump onto squads, dude, on in open seas and fucking have a blast. I'm sure if I was more social, I'm just not. The idea of that gives me a lot of trepidation, dude. Because the game's been out so long and everybody's fucking so established, and I'm fucking rookie status. Nobody wants to handhold a rookie, dude, on a game like that. And playing it by myself is fucking rough. Still do think Sea of Thieves looks really cool, but I don't know. It's not something you can play by yourself. I thought for sure I'd be able to play Sea of Thieves by myself, but I mean, technically I can, but it's a lot, dude. It seems very simple, but it's not nearly as simple as I anticipated it being. It looks so simple when other people play. When I play it, I fucking struggle. All right, going to Miller's Fishery. I had a lot of hope for the Sea of Thieves. That was gonna fucking carry me through for a little while we're waiting for new, better games. A new Borderlands offering or the new Assassin's Creed, which I'm a little bit concerned now because it's like little Asian girl and black samurai at the same time. So I'm like, wait, I got to split time between a dumb girl whose story I don't care at all about and the dope ass African American samurai that I think is going to be the dopest fucking assassin to ever be in Assassin's Creed. I'm like, I got to split the game in half now just so nobody's upset, so nobody cries like a bunch of babies. So now I'm a little worried about the new Assassin's Creed for that reason. I'm like, oh fuck, I'll probably have to go through a bunch of dumbass fucking nonsense ass stealth missions with this little Asian girl. Like, I don't want to do that shit. I want to play the Black Samurai guy. That's what I thought the next game was going to be, is like a Black Samurai Assassin's Creed. I was like, oh, it's going to be sick. I was so excited for that. Doesn't appear that that's going to be the case. I don't know, bro. Can you tell I'm in a crybaby mood today? I'm in a crybaby mood today. I'm just fucking tired. I'm physically sore, dude. Mentally drained. Hopefully the next Borderlands good. That'll be sick if the next Borderlands good. God, I'm hoping. Got a lot. Now I got a lot of eggs in that basket. Trying to think of other games I'm excited for that are coming out. There really aren't a lot. I mean, GTA 6, obviously. That's going to be wild. GTA 6 is going to be wild. Just playing through the story on that's going to be incredible. I can't wait. That's going to be nuts. I got a birthday coming up in like a month, 2 months, little less than 2 months. I'm gonna have family in town for it, which is gonna be a whole thing. I'm not looking forward to. I mean, I am looking forward to that. I miss him. I want to. I wish I could see him more often. I guess I wish I could see him on my terms, which I can't because they'll like live out of state. So when they show up, and it's like my whole life has to go on hold because we're only in town for a couple of days, and then it turns into a whole fucking shit show where I have no control. Control being my favorite thing. Like fucking, on a personal level, kind of a control freak. Kind of enjoy doing shit my way. It's annoying to have all my family out of state now. One, because I never get to see them and it fucking sucks. But two, when they do come into town, it's like now well, we're only in town for so long, so it's like they're just in complete control of everything, and I'm like, fuck. I got to play by their rules, which I fucking hate. Let's see if these I had in mind was a whole PvP thing where you look out for other players. You got a bunch of ships shooting at you, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's I figured I'd have a squad to run Sea of Thieves with, so we could absolutely try and take on other ships and steal people's gold and have fun and That's a fucking rocket. What the fuck am I doing? That's a rocket launcher. Shoot the guy right there, please. On the fucking. There's snipers on a fucking roof over here that just were killing me. Mm, 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 mm. That guy. What's that guy doing? Mm. Gamer's block. Is that what it's called? Maybe. Never really had this kind of problem though. I can always find something fun to play. This is a unique situation for me. Like most of the time, I'm pretty. I mean, I have a pretty small window of games I like, but like, even with that being said, usually I can find something to fuck with. that I enjoy, but I don't know. The farther away I get from the fucking key demographic for game studios, the harder it is for me to find a game to fucking dive into. Because like they're not aiming at me anymore, and I got to reconcile that. I got I'm an old head that plays games. Like I'm not their key demographic, so they're not really making games that I would really like for good reason. They can't. I'm not a sustainable market. Most people have fucking families and kids and all the other things. Nobody really dedicates themselves to video games like I have. That's my age. You know what I mean? So like either I got to get a lot more immature, or oh my god, that was a good one right there. Or I got to find something like the RP servers where like it's an ongoing 24 hours a day, shit changes, updates to the server, like the kind of game that has legs. You know what I mean? The kind of game an old head could play, where it has legs and long form story and like the whole meta of a server can change over the course of years. Like that's what I need. Oh, he's behind me. I was gonna say, where the fuck am I getting shot from? I need to get into PC gaming. I think at least for the RP servers, dude. Not otherwise. I'm still a console gamer. I don't want to play games on my PC. In fact, I got GTA on the PC because you have to have the game, the the core game if you're going to download the mods and the whatever and be able to play the RP servers. You have to have the game, have to have bought the game, right? So I had to buy the game for my computer. And just trying to play that so hard, bro. With the my hand hurts, dude. After like an hour trying to walk around with the like the the doing this shit with the mouse and the hand that does the WS whatever DE and all the bullshit on the keyboard, bro. I don't know how PC gamers do it without like breaking their hands, dude. Honestly, it hurt. My hand after that first day hurt hard. After the first hour and a half, I was like my hand was spasming. Like Jesus, how do people do this for like fucking 6 8 hours a day and shit? I mean, some people's full time job. I find that to be absolutely crazy. But that shit seems super fun to me. I need to upgrade my computer a little bit. It's not strong enough to download all the stuff and run all the stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, I'd be doing the role play ones where like I like I'm living like a life. Like Second Life type shit. I make a character, probably give him a silly voice. I'd lean in heavy, dude. I'd want to get a better mic. I'd have to get a good mic. There's like things I have to get before I could really do it. My computer's good enough that like if I upgrade a couple of things, I'll be able to like run the servers I want to run. But then like getting into a good server is actually really difficult in and of itself. So like there's that part of it. Then like my equipment needs to be stronger. So there's that part of it. It's all very exciting stuff though. But I would want to do some Red Dead probably, some cowboy stuff at some point, and then some GTA stuff as well. I'd probably want to do both, depending on how expensive Red Dead is as a game to buy just on PC. I imagine it's probably not that expensive. I'm having the worst time right now. These setup missions are usually really, really easy, but I'm like not really paying attention, just hanging out. I probably will end up running into a very similar problem on the RP servers that I have with like other kinds of multiplayer games though. In that like I'm not really a social butterfly, so like there will be that part of it where like it's gonna be tricky because like my natural instinct isn't to be like, hey, how's it going to people? Like that's not who I am. But I think that's why it's so exciting to me. Is like trying to be that person, you know, like that's the whole point of the. I don't know, that part of it's like scary but exciting scary, you know. I mean, when I know that that's like what we're doing, you know what I mean? Like that's, I think I'd be easier for me to do because it'd be like what we're doing, you know? Fuck, almost got back. I'd get proper headset. I'd have the headset on, like you know the volume, all the noise, like because I wouldn't be able to have any echo or anything. I'd have to have like the best. I have to have the best settings for my mic. Get my mic a mic in really good shape and fucking perfect settings. And I don't want to fuck anybody's immersion up with my shitty mic. Don't want to be the shitty mic guy on a RP server. That's like people are like, oh my god, not this, not a fucking not an Xbox mic. People make jokes about that kind of motherfucker. So much cool stuff though. It's like all the you get all the bells and whistles is half the fun. I don't know. It's very exciting. The idea of it's very, very, very exciting. Whether or not I'll be any good at it remains to be seen, but I would go all in. I'd go full character mode. I'd have like a silly voice I'd use, you know, fake name, and how y'all doing? Like in the cowboy days, I'd do some shit, bro. I'd be some entertaining shit, dude. I'd be playing full pretend. But I like the idea of full pretend. Full pretend seems pretty fun. And I'd wager to bet a lot of people that play that kind of video gaming are probably some fucking weird shut-in dorks like myself. You know what I mean? Like I would be willing to bet most of the people are pretty socially awkward, the kind of people that are on those RP servers, like in real life. You know, like they're my people, bro. You know, so I'm fucking beyond excited about the possibility of getting into that sort of stuff. But then that's a whole different kind of recording though too. So like I got to figure out because that's a whole different kind of capture card situation. It's a whole different thing. Like right now, technically, I can screen grab my PC, my monitor, you know, from my PC. But like, I would need like an, I would need a separate, I would need a separate screen for chat, you know, because like I use the PC, obviously the monitor right now for chat, and it'd be what I'd be playing the video game on. So like that would be tricky. Finding a server that's not complete garbage, that isn't full of like Xbox mic little 12-year-olds that are just trying to gangbang and play GTA Online, but on a modded server, trying to find a good free white not whitelisted like open server that's not complete garbage that I can reasonably get onto on a regular basis. That there's so many things, so many. It's just so very exciting, so much more exciting than the next console video game. Like that's what I'm really leaning into, man. That's my hope right now, dude. I got a lot of eggs in that basket. I think that could be really fun. It's on my bucket list. Hopes and dreams, When I first started watching that crap, because I watched the No Pixel server pretty religiously. Like if I'm not like scrolling YouTube or reading a book or a comic or something, like I do a fair bit of that. Obviously, the scrolling YouTube, Instagram. I'm on my Instagram a lot. I scroll Instagram for hours a day. Love it. So fun. The best social media, in my opinion, is Instagram. Like all the other ones can suck a dick. I don't post as much as I should, but man, am I on it. I love Instagram. It's great. It's just pictures. Like none of that political nonsense. I mean, people try, but ultimately, with a picture, you can't really do a whole lot in with that sort of shit. But anyways, so I like me some Instagram. Don't get it twisted. I'll watch YouTube for 3 4 hours at a stretch. Like these are my main forms of entertainment. But along with that, I'm on Twitch pretty religiously, watching those kind of servers. Wild RP is the one that I watch for Red Dead for the Cowboys. And then for GTA, I watch No Pixel and have been watching No Pixel for like 4 or 5 years now. Man, even when I first started watching, I was like, man, I wish I could do some of this type of shit. I was like, bro, I'd probably be pretty good at this pretend shit, dude. I bet you I could do it. I was like, man, I if I ever get a PC, I should really try and do some of this pretend shit. So I mean, fast forward 5 something fucking years later, I've just gotten my first like actual PC, and with a couple of tweaks, it's be strong enough to run the specs for the 5M servers and shit. So I'm like, fuck, I really have no excuse now. I was talking all that shit so many years ago, like, oh man, one of these days, man, I should really give that shit a try because I bet you I'd be really good. Like, bro, there's nothing standing in my way now. So I really do have to give that a shot here soon. I mean, I can do a fair bit of procrastinating with the getting a good mic and getting the extra RAM and the stronger processor and the blah blah blah. But like realistically, all that's the fucking one Amazon order away. And one afternoon with my boy Rue putting it into the console thing here, and then figuring out my audio situation so that like one the stream can hear the in game conversations that I'm be having while I can still have a headphone on, and that's the whole thing. That's the tricky part. 'Cause it's different with PCs than it is on a console. Though it's probably easier, I imagine, that part of it. Because with the console, it's always like PlayStation's not playing ball. Like the PlayStation party chats, like cool, I put headphones on, then you guys can't hear the in game anymore. The capture card's not grabbing it, and then it's like fucking suddenly the whole game's on mute. Like that whole console issue. I don't think that's even an issue with PC. I still need an extra screen though. Screens aren't that expensive. Like an extra screen for chat, and then for you guys, and then like a couple another RAM or two. I have a couple extra slots for RAM. I need to get 16 to 32 more whatever the fuck whatever that means RAM bullshit. Processor. I think I already have a better processor possibly, but we could look into getting a Rules like we can get you one of these things, not even that expensive. I was like, sold. Oh, is this the part where I go with the helicopter and shoot? Yep, it is. This one's easy. I think it'd be a lot easier to get onto a Cowboy server than it would a GTA server, a good Cowboy server, than it would be to get on a GTA server. But I bet you I wouldn't have anybody trying to watch me on a Cowboy one. Probably won't have anybody trying to watch me on either, but wouldn't stop me from playing on them. That'd be dope. That's the that's in my opinion like one of the highest levels of gaming. One of the highest levels of dork is the RP servers. That's like fully modded video games. It's not enough to have to be no life in a video game. It's like no lifing a video game that's been modded and tweaked by other no lifers so that the no life experience is extremely high, you know? Like the best possible no life dork experience modified and built by other dorks. Like it's the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? But man, scary. But a good kind of scary, you know? I mean, yeah, I'd watch it. I appreciate that. Like I know more about this GTA map than most people that play role play. I bet. I mean, the hours I've spent on this map, I think I'd have an advantage just map knowledge. Although with these modded servers, like the maps aren't the same. Like there's literally streets missing, and buildings gone, and new buildings built, and like some. I mean, the No Pixel server has like a fucking Central Park in the middle of the map that isn't even on this game. Like they have a whole bunch of shit like City Hall, a whole bunch of shit that's like buildings that aren't even that have full flushed out insides, floors and elevators and stairs and all the shit that's not even on this game. So I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't help me that much, but like There's so many subtle little things about that kind of video gaming that I don't understand though. Like every time they talk in these servers, do they press a button on their mouse or something? Like I feel like they probably do. Like how many? What kind of mouse do these guys got? Like I want to like do some deep dives. Like as I'm getting closer and closer to, you know, starting into that kind of video gaming, I want to like really do some deep dives on YouTube. Not only just like how to get started on a role play, like but like what kind of what's this the standard tech, like what kind of mouses are they using, like hotkeys and stuff like that. Like how do people have their keyboards set up so that like because it seems like some of these guys are just I mean they've been doing it for years so they're probably just really good at it, like probably just normal setup, but like they're just really natural with a keyboard and a mouse. But like some of these guys are going through animations and emotes and like typing stuff, pulling up the phone and like typing phone numbers, calling people, texting stuff, the Twitter in game, the in the server Twitters and stuff. They're doing all this while driving, and you're like, what the fuck? I was trying to drive with the keyboard the other day, and I was crashing into everything. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I'm trying to fucking use my fingers to drive, and I was like, oh, and I was like, just hitting everything. I was like, wow, how are these motherfuckers? It's pretty wild when you consider some of these guys are just they're doing like four things at once. I mean, they're just really good at the game, is what it boils down to. But like, I worry that there's a part of it, a percentage of it, a small amount of it, where it's going to be like Sea of Thieves, where I'm like, oh, it looks so easy, but it's like when you actually get in there, it's going to be like, you know what I mean? So much more difficult. Okay, drop the buzzard over there after I kill all these fucking idiots. What the fuck was that last? Oh, there he is. I'm certain some of these guys have like lay flat and or hands up and stuff like that on hotkeys. Like they have it all set up so they can just press a button. Because the speed with which they do it, I never see them pull up the slash type type shit or anything. So I'm pretty certain some of these guys have it set up in a way where like a portion of that is done automatic with a button. What's up, Deadly? How's it going, buddy? You. I'm looking for a laptop. I don't see a laptop. Usually it's on the table right there. Is there another table? Oh, there's another table. I mean, those first few days when I'm trying to find a server that I like are going to be the funnest because I'll just be jumping from server to server, like trying out a bunch of different ones. I think that'll be pretty fun. Ah, I hate how it's moving, dude. Thank you. Fuck, that took too long. Took way longer than it needed to take. On your lunch break? Okay. Well, I hope you're having a nice night at work, bro. Working man over there, dude. Appreciate that. Lord knows I know that life. Not so much the night crew. Actually, I do know the night, well, the evening crew like you're doing right now. That's what I started with. I started with that crew. I'm on that morning shit now, but there was a time I'd head off to work at like 5:36 at night, and then I'd fucking work till like 3, 4 in the morning. Those years were the worst. I should actually think more about those days. I should remember those days when I'm griping about this last week's work. This last week's work was strenuous, and it's summer now. My work life's getting pretty fucking horrible, but like in comparison to like a decade or so ago, 10, 12 years ago when I was working the other shift as a younger man, what I do now is like, please stop it. You know what I mean? Who we kidding? I used to do those 10, 12 hour days. That first 10 years working where I work, I was doing 10, 12, 14-hour days, or nights rather, routinely, just because orders would be high every night. It's a different amount of orders. Small businesses ordering stuff from the warehouse. We were filling the orders, loading them in the trucks, type of thing. And like some nights, it'd be like, wow, there's a lot of fucking orders tonight, so no one's going anywhere. Fucking buckle up. Multiple lunches, multiple breaks. There you go. That's the jam, dude. Your mom's got the cushy sketch, huh? Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah, those were the days. Get done with like a 10 or 12 hour shift working, and then like the boys would come over and we'd all get fucking ripped out of our heads, drunk off our asses. We'd play Tiger Woods golf. I had four controllers, obviously. So usually it was me, Cormy, Marv, and Metal, and we just sit down. We all had 60-year old. I'm not. You guys have all heard this story before, but we all had 65-year-old to 70-year-old versions of ourselves on the Tiger Woods game. I don't remember which Tiger Woods game it was. I can look behind me and see which one it is, but it's not that important. But we all made creative versions of ourselves, right? Like as old men, and we would get off work and everybody hit my house. We do at least 18 holes. We do at least a quick 18 after work, and we'd get ripped, smoke as much pot as we could, drink as much as we could for the as the sun was coming up from the 2, 3 in the morning. We get off till fucking 8, 9 o'clock or whatever when the stores in the world would start to open, and then everybody'd go their separate way. I'd try and sleep for 3 or 4 hours, get up, rinse, repeat. We do that every day of the week for like a decade plus, like for more than 10 years. I did that. That fucking boozing near every day, ripped out of my head near every day, pills, chopping them up, snorting them, all that fucking fun stuff, all that like, all that fucking reckless 20-year-old type shit, all that fun college student type energy. I did all that mess, bro. I had a fun 10 years, that first 10 years, but man, did I beat my body up. I beat the shit out of myself for a good 10 years there when I first started working at the warehouse I work at. Just the drugs and the alcohol and the lack of sleep and the hours, the endless hours of work. Now I'm on that like old man tip. I'm on a much earlier shift. I go in the morning, quick five, and I get out of there. I do a quick 5 hour morning shift, throw some aisles, and get the fuck out of there, dude. When I look back at those days, man, you know what? It's funny because this week I started this recording crying like a little bitch for the better part of, I don't know, what was it, Bear? 20 minutes? Better part of 20 minutes going, I'm sore and I'm tired and it was a hard day, hard week at work and wham. Bro, when I compare the old days, those old days, the 10, 12 hour days, to these 5 hour days I have now, I should shut the fuck up. But here's the other thing though. Here's the problem with this whole like I should shut the fuck up thing. Here's one thing I will say to myself as I'm arguing with myself right now. I wasn't fucking mid 40s when I was doing those 12-hour days. All right? I was fucking 19, 20, 21 years old. You know what I mean? Like I was a child. I could bounce back like fucking Gumby. At a certain point, kids, let me just tell you, you stop bouncing back. Okay? At a certain point, you stop bouncing back. The body starts to fucking hold on to, a hard day's work for 2 or 3 days. With the aches and the pains and the snap crackle pop when you get up out of bed. Not fun. I don't want to scare you, but it's not fun. I don't even get to self medicate. I mean, occasionally you guys will see I'll have some beers or something once in a while. 2, 3, 4 times a year or whatever. I'll tie one on. I'm not you know completely goody two shoes, but I'm certainly not self medicating like I used to with the pills and the weed and the fucking everything else, mushrooms and the acid and all the fun things. Literally anything we get our hands on, ecstasy, just all the shit. I mean, imagine a drug, fucking opium. We used to do opium, dude. Just anything and everything we could get our hands on. It would find its way through my apartment, and the group would get their hands on it. Just whatever we could, dude. Back in those days, the good old days. But now I'm a good little boy. Now I'm a good middle aged man because I mean, eventually you got to stop with that shit, right? You can't do that shit forever. Eventually you got to grow up and be an adult. And it fucking sucks. For me, in my circumstances, I just traded in all the drugs and alcohol and fucking recklessness for like, wild amounts of video games and candy. Video games and candy. I regressed. I went back to like 12 years old. That's what I did, for better or worse. So yeah, I'm fucking sore, man. I'm gonna be, what year is it? 2K24. It's the 2024 this year, right? So yeah, I'm gonna be fucking 44 years old in end of July. So yeah, I'm kind of old, dude. Kind of like a grown up, dude. So I had a heavy week of work, man. I'm fucking tired. And Mountain Dew, yeah, lots of Mountain Dew. Lots of Mountain Dew. So now I'm tired, man. I'm sore. 5 hour shifts, be damned. I fucking went after it, man. I did 8 aisles this morning. I mean, actually, I did. No, I mean, if you count the back walls, I did it. I did like 8 aisles this morning. There's only like 14 or 15 aisles on the side on the whole side of the warehouse. I did like half the side of the warehouse. I mean, it's cups and it's plates and it's whatever, and it's been a whole. But bro, I smashed it. We had a World Centric load. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk shop, but like we had a World Centric load, which is basically a whole truck full of fucking one brand of, fucking biodegradable plates and cups and fucking everything else, hinge trays and blah 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 blah. And everyone's like, oh, World Centric came in. World Centric came in. I was like, yeah, I'm take it. I fucking ate that whole truck. I ate the whole fucking truck. It was all in the run. Ate the whole fucking thing. Looks fucking beautiful. It's bulletproof. You couldn't put your fucking hand between the top of the product and the steel. Like it looked fucking like something out of a goddamn catalog. They're welcome. By the way, those weren't even my aisles. I don't want to talk about work. I do want to talk about work, but I don't want to talk about work. But like, I wore my. You're welcome, Dirt. Hey, Dirt. You're welcome. Your aisles look fucking amazing. Anyways, now I'm fucking sore. And I'm tired. I was trying to take a nap earlier today. I couldn't take a nap. I was sore. My back was hurting. My ankles were throbbing. I was like, bro, you know what would help with that? A couple chopped up Percocets and a fucking fat joint. I don't do that stuff anymore because I'm a good boy. Now I'm a good boy, dude. I don't do those horrible, horrible things. Now I play video games. But what happens when the video games don't hit? Then what do you do? Best work memory. probably the day I went for 52 boards in the cooler. 52 pallets in the cooler. I was working in the cooler, and Dirt was working in hard lines. My brother Dirt, you guys know Dirt. You've seen him on streams back in the day. My brother Dirt was working in hard lines, the back half of hard lines, so he could kind of yell into the cooler. I used to work the cooler. Like I used to stock the cooler more or less by myself. It was like a walk-in cooler. Like there's steel inside. You drive the forklift into it. You drop stuff in it. It was like a big old cooler. Not as big as the cooler is now, obviously, but like it was big, and it took a lot to stock it. Right? You had to really be moving at a fucking heavy clip. But Dirt started challenging me to go board to board. He was in hard lines, kind of the area I work now. Easy stuff, plates, cups, real easy stuff. But as far as boards are concerned, like much easier for him to make a pallet. Yeah, you throw like fucking four giant boxes of styrofoam cups onto a into the run, and then you're like, I have an empty pallet. So we were playing pallet for pallet. It's a little game you play when you're a stalker. You're like, every pallet you kill, you slam it down. You're like, what? And the guy across from you's like, oh, you motherfucker. Then he kills the pallet. He's like, what? And you see who can make more empty pallets in a day. Yes, that's the whole idea of the game. The whole thing is kill the pallets, right? And by virtue of killing a lot of products, you empty a lot of steel. That steel being empty means that the fucking next truck that comes to the door, and there's 20, 30 of them a day, gets to be brought out to the floor and loaded up into the steel, and it's the best thing for the warehouse. A healthy warehouse has a good turnover of their steel, all right? That's essentially the game. So a lot of people are like, well, you stock shelves? No, I empty steel. That's what I do. I fucking smash. So anyways, this particular day, very early in the day, it became clear to me that I had a lot of fucking leftover shorties and stuff, so I was going to have a good board count. So like, it's going to be a good board count today, and I made the mistake of saying that to Dirt. So Dirt starts going, you want to go board for board? And unbeknownst to me, him and his forklift driver have it in mind to like collect boards from all around the building and bring them over as if Curtis was killing these boards, as if my brother Dirt was actually killing the boards. He wasn't actually killing the boards. But I didn't know that. So I start going board for board with basically Dirt and everybody else in the building. And they ended up winning because eventually they started bringing over way more boards than realistically Dirt could actually kill. So like, I was like, all right, this is bullshit. There's no chance Dirt just killed those boards. It's been like 5 minutes and there's 12 boards. Nobody works that fast. And then they had to admit that they were fucking, oh, we're just grabbing pallets from all over the building to make you crazy. But at the end of that day, I had killed 52 boards. Now, a bay of steel in the building at that point, in the cooler at least, or that side of the building, 12 bays of steel on a side of steel, yeah? Double sided. So there's, I killed like 4 aisles worth of product into the run, into the cooler. Like I made 52 empty boards, which means there were fucking 52, like 2.5 bays of steel. Now, a normal person, a good day, 10, 12 boards. 12 to 20. I would say a good employee, 12 to 20 boards in a day, a 5 hour shift. In that 5 hour shift, I did 52 boards. Because Dirt was competing. Dirt was making me crazy. But at the end of the day, I remember walking out of that place, the fucking front door opened, and like I smashed. I smashed. Bro, I smashed. I remember fucking being sore, but I had a green hoodie on, my green Adidas hoodie on, and sweats, or not sweats, but jeans. And I remember what I was wearing. I remember they opened the front door of the warehouse because they roll up the doors on the front, and the sun was beaming in, and someone was trying to be a smartass in your membership. And one of the other guys goes, dude, you can shut the fuck up. Nick threw 52 boards today. The guy goes, oh. Like, it was one of those, like someone was being a smartass, and I didn't have the energy. I just kind of walked past it, and someone behind me goes, like, it was something like, whoa, how, you have fun? Like, how much dicking around do you do today, Nick? Kind of a, like, bullshit energy. And then just a random person who I didn't even know that well behind me goes, you can shut the fuck up. Nick did 52 boards today. And the guy goes, 52 boards? Like, it was like, word was getting around the warehouse. It was one of those kind of days. That was probably one of my best days at work. It wasn't a fun day, but it was a fun day in that I was competing against Dirt, and then I put up a big number. But like, I just remember walking out of that place feeling like I absolutely earned my paycheck that day. It was a good feeling. Another one similar to that was the night I broke the pick record when I was filling orders at night. But that was for different. I don't. 72. At that point, the trucks only held like 10 or 12 stops. So we maybe had 300 or 400 picks that night. Each pick is like a spot on a truck, yeah? So like I did like 4 or 5 trucks worth of deliveries that night. Like 4 or 5 trucks went out that morning all filled with my shit to different parts of the state, delivered to different businesses. Like 72 different businesses got their order filled by me that night out of the three or 400 businesses. It's hard to quantify, but like it was a big night. But I don't. I remember just being pissed that night because I was like, why isn't everybody else carrying their weight? Like that's what sucked about that. I don't want to talk about work, but that's what sucked about that. Truthfully, one of my best nights at work was probably when I went into the work drunk. Because my brother Greg had just gotten back from the Marines, and he was back from boot, and he came over with a bottle of something, and me and my brother Josh were already Dirt's brother Josh. Me and Dirt's brother Josh were already over there at my apartment at the time, and Greg just showed up. I didn't even know he was coming back from boot that particular day, but he was back from boot, and he had a bottle, and it was about 4 hours till I had to go to work. And there's no telling my brothers that we're not drinking. Oh, sorry, I can't drink. I have to go to work tonight. There's no having that conversation. It just wasn't happening. So I think it was vodkas. We did like screwdrivers. I had like three or four big old like 16-ounce glasses of screwdriver, and got to work. And it was one of the best and worst days at work ever because the first half of the day I was drunk at work and I was having a great time. I was just all kinds of drunk, just giggling and having a great time. But by the end of the shift, obviously, I was in a full blown hangover because 10, 12 hours later, the booze had completely worn off and I was just in a very bad way. So that was the best and worst day I ever had at work, I think. Because I can't say no to my brothers, dude. It's tough. And they was like, "You ever get stoned to go?" No, I never did. I literally never did. It was always a treat after work. What the fuck? Simpler times. Oh, we'll have nothing but high streams as soon as I retire. As soon as I'm done working, I'm gonna be. I've already said I'm gonna be the most ridiculous pothead that you've ever seen. The most over the top every day of my life pothead. I'm gonna be the. It's gonna be this channel is gonna have an irreparable change. It's gonna be completely different as soon as I retire. Because right now I can't in good conscience. The work I do and the fucking it's warehouse work, bro. It's like it'd be dangerous for me to be ripped and or night after. Like I'm not 20 years old anymore. I can't take those kind of risks. There was a time where I was that guy, but I don't do that shit anymore, bro. I'm a good boy. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm so much. By the way, I'm so much better at video games. I'm stoned. I know everybody says that on weed. Like, yeah, I don't mean to be that guy, but I literally am. I'm just like 100 times better. It's crazy how much better I am at video games. I think I go back to go down to go up, kind of a thing. Yeah, yeah. Shut up. It's weird that I can't go up those. I find that very strange. I don't have any snacks. Mm. I mean, it really is this one. This is the strongest one. I hate this fucking stupid. I don't remember where I'm supposed to actually go. I always forget. Is it this way? I think it's this way. Oh, he's behind me. No, it's not that way. You know, it's crazy. I had it in mind to do several cars. We're already at like an hour. I'm only just barely at the end of one car, and I was halfway done with the setups for this. Like, bro, I forgot how long this takes. Bro, it's annoying. It's annoying. I hate it. Now I got to run all the way back over there. I don't have any health or health or armor or anything. I've already eaten it all. Fuck, dude. Super fucking annoying. I'll be right there, dickhead. Doing them one at a time. Die with each guy. Like the corners are so sharp for like the weird camera angles of this game. It's like this is not conducive. Mm, 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 mm. Every time I tell myself, okay, this time I remember how to get around. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be so easy next time because I remember I figured out how to go to get around this time. And then every time I struggle, like I've done this mission probably 6, 7 times now, and every single time I get lost in the submarine. It's so confusing. It's just so confusing every time. The good news is you can just go right up to the railroad tracks and right up into the tunnels and get rid of the cops almost immediately once you get past the cutscene. This car's gonna be crazy though. Whoo! Almost hit a train. That would have been stupid. There was a Suburban right behind me, but they don't, like, for whatever reason, they won't go into tunnels like this. They just won't go in here. It doesn't make a lick of sense. I don't understand it any more than you do, but there was literally a Suburban right behind me. There's no reason that Suburban can't come into this tunnel and just drive down in here, but they won't do it. They don't do it. It's like a cheat code, dude. I feel encouraged to know that that train just went by, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Alrighty. This car has always been just beyond extra. I never liked it because everybody had it. It was like, oh, it's bulletproof from the back. Gotta have it. And everybody just assigned this car as like the best car in the game. And we gotta have it. And it's super fast and bulletproof from the back and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I just think it looks, I don't know. It looks cool as shit, but like the second everybody likes something, I resist that immediately. I don't like I don't like when everybody likes something. Bothers me. Uh, the second the world was decided this was the best car in GTA, I was like, and I hate it. Oh, it's what? It's the best car? Okay. I hate it. It's unquestionably a good car though. I'm not it's not I just I don't like what everybody likes. That's boring, dude. There's a way to do that, bro. I've done it before. There's a way to do that where oh, this isn't great. I gotta go steal a car and break this fucking fence so I can get the get the door out. There's a way to jump that hill where you go over the billboard and around it. It's like the coolest jump ever. But it takes such a fucking perfect jump that like I've never really. I only did it once and I was like, oh, and now I've been chasing it ever since. I've never gotten it to go correctly since. All right. Well, there's a way to hit that hill where you can fucking fly over there. Ah, anyways. 'Cause I had to go get my 100,000 from the nightclub. Yep, failed every one of them. Over 15 headshots. Yeah, yeah. Find the head of security in 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I failed all of them. No lives lost. Yeah, 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 yeah. Failed all of them. I get it. I don't get any bonus money. I understand. Ooh, they got some fucking cool ones. I like that one a lot. The hijack Rustin. That always looked like a super cool car to me. Super weird looking though, but like in a good way. 21,000. That's not enough. I'll wait for that to fill up a little bit more. Yeah. The fuck? Why is it being weird? There we go. Obviously, I'm not going to take 86 less $1,000 to fucking have them salvage it. Let's deliver it to the and let's get our money. Okay. See, I wish I could have a cigar though. I will say that.
Take the vehicle to terminal. Everything is set up for it to be shipped over to Yusuf in Liberty City. I told him all about it, all the history behind it, and everything. He
Didn't I go over the? I think I took the wrong turn here. This is the long way. I think there's a way to do it like when you go up the street that it's just a straight shot. I could probably get to the straight shot from here as well, though. To be fair, yeah. Once I get over this bridge, then it's like you take the right and it's a straight shot. Yeah. When's the first basketball game? Is that tomorrow night? Or is it Monday? Mavs Celtics, finals. Like, when does that start? Go Mavs, by the way, which feels so weird. But, like, I just love it when the Boston loses. I love when Boston loses. I'm really hoping they lose. It's going to be tough because I think Boston's a far better team for sure. But, like, I'm not sure they. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. Kyrie's unbelievably clutch, and Luca is just that motherfucker, bro. Even though I don't like him, I don't like the way he plays ball, but like it's undeniable. He puts points up.
Ah, I was starting to worry that you had forgotten me. Just when I'm about to fly down to LS.
Shut up.
Hey, look, today's target is a cautionary tale, homie. The target is one of the founding members of that phone company, Bittersweet. And back in the day, he lived a whole Vinewood tech pioneer life. Private jets, kale smoothies, cocaine for breakfast. Man, you know all that crazy shit. Then everyone started buying iPhone phones instead. And he went off the rail real fucking fast. Got into all sorts of nasty shit. And I mean nasty shit. And the company fucking tanked. But now they got a chance of a new relaunch to turn it all around. But here's where we come in. His co-founder's still clean as they come. But he can't do shit while this degenerate fuck has the reign. So we gonna arrange for him to have a little accident. The co-founder takes over, and then the stock prices pick up. Which means our clients gonna make big fucking bank. And we get paid. We got the target at the motel with a nasty ass prostitute right now. Or put his ass out of his misery.
I know this one. I know this one. That's actually not that difficult. You just got to get the helicopter. This one's not actually that hard. These assassinations don't pay well enough, though, to be honest. I mean, for the amount of time it takes to do them, they pay pretty good, I guess. But like, a lot of times it's I'm just. At least they're like it's kind of new content. I give them that. It's just I don't know for the amount of time it takes. Like I don't know. And if you do it correctly with like the special scope and the like, if you do the special side thing, which I think in this case is like I have to blow up his engine of his car or whatever. Okay. It's got to be this piece of shit, right? Most likely. Probably gonna be this guy. Like, I don't know how to blow up an engine with the. Wait. They said to do it with a marksman rifle, so maybe I'll just do it with the marksman rifle. Maybe that gives me more bullets to blow it up or whatever. Right? All right, let's see which car he goes into. Oh, I survived the bounty that was on me. Sweet. All right. Well, that works. That was actually really easy. That was actually pretty fucking cool. How much do I get for that? I got the bonus because I did it just exactly right. Oh, I gotta leave the area. 45 grand. See, like, those are fun. They're fine for what they are, but 45 grand doesn't feel like enough. I could just run a car from my car shop and get more money than that. It's an assassination. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much I would want. I'm like 100,000. I feel like 100,000 would be better for those. Personally, I think because they shouldn't be like murdering a person shouldn't be less pricey than customizing a car. You know what I mean? Like taking a life and customizing a car. Like I could go in here and get 60 grand for customizing a car. So I just don't. I don't see that. You know what I mean? It does. The value doesn't match the act. That was very cool though. I'm glad he went to that bullshit Cadillac because that other car I think would have had a harder time getting blown up. That was actually very cool. I enjoyed that. That was I you know sometimes I ignore those phone calls. I'm like I can't be bothered, but that was actually pretty good. Even though either one of these cars is probably worth more money just to customize them. I don't think I'm in the mood to customize them right now and or drive them across the map. So I think I'm going to end it here, guys. That was beautiful. A quick assassination at the end, hour and a half on a Saturday. Tomorrow we're going to hunt. I might play a little house flipper. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's what. For now, I'm out of here. You guys have a great rest of your day. Goodbye. Thanks for letting me vent, everybody.